Welcome back to another Tera Plays Tera video. Alright, so in today's video we are going to go over quite a few of the new glitches and issues and just some stuff that's going on in Tera console like always. So overall, the biggest issue right now that was resolved originally was the pet glitches and the wings for Xbox players. Now, not last week, 2 weeks videos ago, I released about the Xbox wings, or the diabolical and angelical wings glitching out Xbox players. This issue has not been fully resolved, but it's been resolved enough that they took the wings off all the characters, and they should be in your parcel post if you haven't claimed them already, and you cannot apply them. Now, they haven't fixed it to the point where people can start applying these wings. It's just that anyone who had them on their character that couldn't get through the loading screen, you can now load into the game. The second-hand issue that comes with this is that they did promise Xbox players 7 days of Elite. I never got it, and from what I understand, anyone who had the glitch did not get it either. So I would understand if I didn't get it because I was able to still play, but a lot of those players that were really looking forward to getting the free 7 days of Elite, if they didn't have it, did not get it. So if that's the case, please let me know, and hopefully we can reach out to the developers and be like, hey, you said you were going to give this, at least on NA's side, we never got it, and what's up? Was it just not dropped? They might also be holding this off the fact that within the next glitch, or within the mount glitch that I'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, currently Xbox players are able to play the game without too many issues, which leads us into the pet issues that also were resolved that day after that video. And that is now that you can put pets on your bar. Pets are completely fixed, that they'll stay on your bar, they'll not remain glitch. So there is no real issue with pets, except for the possible multiple Transecedents buff thing. And this issue is that, from what I understand, before the update, EU players and a few NA players that had 3 or multiple pets with Iron Mace 3, let's say they had 3 or 2 pets, you could keep proccing it over and over and over again by swapping the pets. This issue has been resolved to some extent. So from what I understand, you cannot re-proc Iron Mace 3 after the 8 seconds. You do have to wait 80 seconds. But from what I have been told, again, I have not done any of this testing because I still don't even have one superior pet. My pets have been really greedy. But from what I understand is if you do have Iron Mace 3 and let's say you have the Endurance debuff shred, you can pop the Endurance debuff, and then once that 8 seconds up, you can switch to Iron Mace 3, and then that will pop for 8 seconds. And then if you have Iron Mace 2, you can swap to that pet and pop Iron Mace 2, and you don't have to wait the 80 seconds apparently. I don't know if this is intended. Personally, I don't think it should be. I think all pets should share a global debuff in your own character. I think that having everyone in the group with the 8% and 6% endurance and rotating them is crazy, that they can just keep rotating and the boss will always have the endurance debuff then, and that you can always have, you know, Iron Mace 3, 2 and 1 up for a longer time. And so I have sent a ticket to the developers about this, and their response was, wait, people can proc multiple pet buffs? I was like, well, from what I've been seeing, yeah, it is possible. They didn't respond back after that, but it came off that that was meant to not be a thing. So let me know if you've had any experience with superior pets double procking. Again, not too sure if that's the way Tera's going now, that we're gonna have to have like 6 to 12 pets, which is kind of dumb and really bad. It's just gonna make DPS way too strong as a whole. And again, grinding out one pet for your main, maybe grinding 1 or 2 pets for ults isn't too bad. But if it gets to a point where people have to start playing the game where it's like, get 6 pets just for your main, or get 10 pets for just your main, and rotate the debuffs while you're doing damage, that's just gonna, I don't know, it turns the game into something really, really bad in my opinion. If it's a singular pet, even if it was like 2-3 different, Transcendents pet buffs being rotated, that might not be too bad. But to be able to rotate between Iron Mace 3, 2, and 1, at that point I think they should just put pets all on a global, a global cooldown. It's something that's been in the game with other stuff. They could easily make something like that work. It's just, what is the intended, path for pets? Because if it's intended that you can have all of that, it's a little ridiculous, I think, but we'll have to see. They haven't gotten back to me about that, and there is a lot of other stuff that they really have to go over and fix. The other pet issue that I've been hearing about and been seeing is the issue with the Rk9 pet. When it originally released, it didn't have anything on it, and then at some point the Rk9 pet did say it was meant to come with a shield similar to Kaya's. I don't know if this was just text that wasn't meant to be in the store and in the game, but I've heard from people they've gotten the pet, they've used it, and it doesn't have the shield. Then another friend got it up to Superior thinking maybe it's a special Transcendents buff, and it didn't. And then the day after they did that, I looked in the store, and that whole sentence about Rk9 pet having a shield buff for its owner does not exist anymore. So I'm not sure if it's just only specific Rk9s that have the shield, or if that was just a text not meant to be there, or maybe Rk9 pet is meant to have something special and it's just not coded into the game. Again, a lot of very uncertainties. Hopefully this stuff gets resolved within the next month. The next issue that I want to bring up, which is really important, and this is what I want to stress to players, is that there is a major issue with PlayStation players and specific mounts. And I've already gave the devs the list of the mounts. I really don't want to say them here. I did mention to someone over in the comment section the mounts, so if you really want to find it, go ahead and look there. I don't want to cause any more issues that have already been caused, but at least on NA, and I believe on the other servers, very specific mounts can crash PlayStation players. And this is just like the diabolical wings, but it's actually worse. In the sense of, sure, they can still log even if they have the mounts on their characters. They can pull the mounts off and crash themselves. But the issue is some players will not only crash, but their PlayStation will go into safe mode. And I'm not the biggest technology person. I used to be really good at computers back with Windows XP. And I do know the more times you boot a computer into safe mode, or you boot anything into safe mode, you have a chance of degrading information. Which means, if they keep booting their console into safe mode because of these mounts, they could potentially brick their console. And there's already been talk of 1 or 2 people potentially having to maybe get a new console because of this issue. Now, it's not been confirmed. It's just talks that I've heard about, that friends have mentioned to me, hey, I think I have this person that might have this issue, this is a problem. And again, I've given a ticket to the devs. They asked me what mounts are doing it, and I responded I haven't got anything back since I've told them the list. Time zone difference is kind of, pretty big between me and them. So, but they did kind of put something out on the Tera console website news that they understand there's an issue, and they apparently understand what the resolution is. I don't know if this is because of my ticket, I don't know if this is because of other people's tickets, or if this is even the issue that they are referring to. But hopefully it is, and hopefully they fix it quickly, because it would really not be fun for people to lose their console over something like this. And I highly stress to players, if you know what mounts they are, please do not go out of your way and like brick someone's console. Again, there's a lot of terrible people on Tera console that just act like children, and sure, it might be funny, but at the end of the day, the consoles are expensive, just like a computer is expensive, and you wouldn't want someone breaking your shit. I wouldn't want someone breaking my shit. So whether you like someone or not, reconsider it. You know, it is what it is, but hopefully this issue is resolved, because overall this should not be something in the game, and it should be a quick resolution, even if they unfortunately have to do what they did with the wings, which is just take away all these mounts from people, give them a book, and not let them apply it until they can fix the issue. And it seems like it's all the older stuff from like before these developers started working on the game. Again, I'm not too sure what the fix is. I just know that this is a major issue, and I really don't want to see anyone losing their console over something as a stupid mount being pulled out. You know, it's bad enough they have to work around, not crash before going into dungeons, or being like, hey, can someone check that so-and-so's not sitting outside this dungeon with their mount? It's just a whole lot. And, you know, at first, when at least I and our friends found out, we thought it was kind of funny until the whole, oh, someone might have just lost their console. Then it's like, okay, it's not funny anymore, don't do it. So that's the current issue, is that mounts are crashing PlayStation players. Not only is it a crash, but it's a completely send their console into safe mode, possibly bricking it to the point it doesn't work. Now again, I haven't gotten any confirmation that someone's console has been bricked and broken, but again, like I said, as I know far as computers, every safe mode reboot is degrading the computer's like process and, you know, memory and all this info, that it is a potential issue. It's just like going up to your console and just ripping the power cord out. Eventually, your console won't want to turn on anymore. So please consider, if you know the mounts, if you look through the comment section, if you find out the mounts, be respectful. If you're a part of my community, please be respectful. You know. So within that, the last issue, and someone brought it up to me again in my comment section, is actually the same talk about the mount, is Noctiniums. Now there's always been a theory of my friends that white Noctiniums, if they're in your inventory, can cause lag and frame rate issues. There might be an issue now with blue Noctiniums that if you use them, it may also cause glitches. The glitches they were explaining sound very familiar to the mount glitch. So I don't know if every time this person popped a blue Noctinium, they were also close to someone with that mount, or if there's an additional glitch that using blue Noctiniums can cause your game to have issues, freezing, lagging, potential crashing. I don't really run with blue Noctiniums too much. I think I use the yellow ones. Maybe they also meant the yellow ones, but even so, I typically just pop a Quinlong buff, reset it with a Dino or Chandra. So let me know in the comments section, maybe you've experienced popping certain Noctiniums and having issues. From what they explained to me, obviously the Quinlong buff doesn't cause any issues. The Elite Nostrum does not cause any issues. It's the other type of Nostrums, the blue Noc, as you know. And again, I hardly ever pop those because most of my tunes either have a fake long and I'm only on them for a few minutes anyway, or I'm on them for an extra 30 minutes and I pop an Elite Noc and that's it. I'm usually done. It just really depends. I'm not usually on a toon that doesn't have a good amount of buffs either from Quinn Elite or Ancient Quinn and resets. So this isn't something I've ran into personally too much. It's very rare that I pop a standard blue Noc. And again, if they're talking blue Nocs, I have so many yellow Nocs from other stuff that I think I just popped the superior Noc. Again, not sure if the yellow, green, blue, you know, if that changes, then maybe it's specifically blue Noctiniums. So then I really wouldn't, because I always pop the superior. Again, I think they just mean blue Nocs in general. The blue, not the white. Whether if it's green, blue, or yellow, depending how long it lasts, all being the same. So that's all of the issues I have for today. Again, hopefully a lot of this stuff gets fixed. I'm really glad to see the pets are working better. The pet system is kind of nice unless... Again, the only thing I won't like about this system is if they do expect us to farm out 12 pets for one character. I think that will kill the game. I hate to say it, but that's coming from me. I think that will cause a lot of issues in the game, and I hope to see that get resolved relatively soon, or announced soon that, no, that's what's intended. So, hard to say, it'll take time, but, you know, each their own. If you don't mind grinding out 12 pets, have fun. But, yeah, that's about it for this video. If you got any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to put them in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best that I can to answer as always. Again, if you've experienced any glitches, I know some people have commented stuff about Acolyte Quarantine and Grotto. You know, or not Grotto, Gossamer's Vault. I've even noticed some issues about those, but hopefully those will get fixed or changed on the upcoming patch, but they seem pretty small that they don't happen very often. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, if you got anything else, please feel free to put down, and I'll do my best to reach out to the devs and talk to them for y'all. If you want to talk to them yourself, they do have the Zendesk support. I don't like that one. They usually don't get back to me on there, but Facebook and Instagram are pretty good as well. And yeah, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And as always, if you're new or you're a returning viewer and you enjoy this content, you want to see more, please consider hitting that sub button in the bottom right corner. I greatly appreciate it, as it helped me reach my goal of hitting 500 subscribers. Within that, I hope you all have a fantastic day or night, and I hope to see you in Aboria, gamers.